Although I disagree with some of the things that Art Cathy says, I'm going to have to tell you, Renee, to have a seat.
Hi, it's Judy, and thank you for joining me with another episode of Still Growing. Okay, so today I wanted to talk about this whole disagreement that's been going on between Art Cathy and Rene Marcus. Now, I've been trying for about a week now to not really do a video on this, but just sort of to leave it alone and hope that it would just disappear and this wouldn't really turn into something big that would cause a rift between the people that are from the diaspora and people that are from off the continent. Now, before I get started, I wanted to actually say that I have watched our Cathy, and she's actually, I find her informative, and I think she has a lot of good things to say about what to expect when you're leaving the diaspora and repatriating to Africa. As most of you might know, this rift started because Aunt Cathy started to say things that Rene Marcus disagree about. And actually, that's not fair. There's more people that disagree about some of the things. First, I'm going to go ahead and show you the video, and then I'll come back and talk about it.
Gambians, fellow Gambians, I'm here, and you're not going to like this message because I'm going to tell you the truth. One of the problems that you have is that y'all don't like to tell the truth. Africans don't like to tell the truth, just like black folks back at home in the West, they didn't like to tell the truth. I've noticed this so many times since being here, and I know a lot of diasporans, they're going to need to see and hear this. Y'all going to appreciate me telling y'all the real deal about coming out to the Gambia and coming to any of these countries. I know I can speak for myself, but this is a problem that you guys have here. Y'all live hand to mouth, but y'all have a scam, con, artist culture. Can't nobody even do business with y'all. Y'all don't know how to do right. Y'all don't know how to do right until somebody's just your master and giving you little scraps. Is that what you want us to do? Because the way you treat people, the way you act toward each other, you can't even trust each other. See, this is what's behind all those smiles, the smiling coast. Case in point, and I'm trying not to give too many details because they're so jealous-hearted, they watching, they got, a lot of them have very poor listening and reading comprehension and very, very low emotional intelligence. It's laughable. And you can see why they go around and around and around in the circles, and they living with the goats and stuff. And we have a corporate mind. We got a lot of common sense when it comes to business and know how to establish lasting relationships, but they have never been exposed to this amount of education, experience, any of that to even get that competency. So if you have a brain dead, brainwashed people that's like that, imagine how bad the lies are going to be.
The reason why I started this petition about Art Cathy is because her attitude, her behavior, it's disgusting. She is so immature, it's unbelievable. Just recently, I watched her video when she was talking about African lawyers, judges wearing white wig or blonde wig. Is that even a joke? That's international. That's worldwide. Why don't you go and read and understand why everyone wears that hat that you're calling a wig? The phone that you're using is basically Chinese made, but you're still against the Chinese. In every single country you go, in every single race, there are good and bad. I don't care if you disagree, because the truth must stand. If Art Cathy, you are acting so untouchable in my country, Gambia, it's my country. Not only I have a nationality of a Gambian, but it's my birthright. I'm a first-class citizen in my country. I'm also a British, but I'm a second-class British in the UK. And I dare not to talk about any rubbish about England while I'm in this country. England made me who I am today in order to invest back in my country. Africa is our own, my sister. Make I tell you this. Africa is our own. If you're coming to Africa as a guest, act like one.
I'm going to be honest and let you know that some of the videos that I've watched with our Cathy, I feel that the way that she expresses herself is disrespectful. I don't think, actually, I'm going to go out on a limb and say, I know she's really not trying to be disrespectful. She has a great love for the people on the continent, and that's why they want to be there. They don't think of the people on the continent as separate from us. We think of them as our brother and sisters. And so they're going there because they intend to help make life better and to build our continent, because we think of people on the continent as one family. As you can see from her video, some of the things that she said, the way that she says some of the things can be disrespectful to people, right? I know that she has the best intentions, but the fact of the matter is, you can't say negative, destructive things to people and then expect that they're going to want to embrace you. That's one thing. The other thing is that it's not everyone that's on the continent that wants to evolve and want to build the continent so that everyone benefit. There's some of them that are there that are not only are they stuck in the colonial mindset, they're okay with that, right? And so they will fight back. And you'll find that people would rather kill you than let you come in and make a wave, make changes that will benefit so that everyone would live a happy life. I don't think that there's anyone that goes to the continent not knowing that there is high amount of unemployment, that there is poverty, that there is the need for a lot of infrastructure, schools and hospitals and roads and things like that. I think we all know that. I think what has gotten our overly excited and passionate, and maybe overly excited is really not the right word, it's more passionate and anger, is that I think that she wasn't expecting that the locals will be fighting back instead of trying to work with her, in the sense that, and it's not just her, I see a lot of YouTubers that have returned to the continent are talking about the difficulties that they are encounter in terms of how the locals are not being fair in terms of when you hire them to do a job, they're more interested in getting the money and leaving rather than doing the job and doing a job properly. I know the Bag family talks about that. They talk about, constantly trying to get people to stay and do the work. And it seems like they're begging for people to stay and do the work. And the reason for that is because they love Africa and they love the people and they're there to try to make a difference. Now, when people are living in a colonial mindset, they don't see the fact that you're criticizing them constructively. All they see is that the fact that you're criticizing them. And again, I'm going to say that I think some of the things that she said should have left unsaid, and the way that she described the locals, it's not right. But again, I go back to the fact that where she's coming from is from a place of love. And so that's the difference with black people, I think, is that a black person lives in honesty. And sometimes their honesty, you sometimes you don't need to be so brutally honest, but they will tell you to your face the way that they feel, rather than to know that if they don't tell you, you're gonna fall flat on your face and it's gonna be worse. So they would rather tell you their truth, or what they see is gonna be beneficial to you. Now the others is gonna whisper sweet nothings in your ear. The others, the colonizers, they will come there and they will love you up and hug you up, and they will tell you all the most wonderful things that you want to hear. And then what they do, just like what they did, is hand you the Bible, their religion, and behind your back, they took everything. They took your land, they took your gold, they took your oil, they took everything. And they didn't just take it and leave. And that's not the past. That's still going on all across Africa. Most recently, we see in Uganda. We see in Uganda where a fake white doctor just killed a ton of babies and got away with it free. Like, our babies don't matter. Our children don't matter. It's okay. I think the family got $1,000 or something like that. Ridiculous. You see in Zimbabwe, the land that was taken from the natives, that was under Mugabe, was given back to the natives. Now you see the present government is paying them millions of dollars. Where does that ever happen but except to black people? Where did that ever happen, that you can come in and kill people, take their land, and then when it's taken back from you, you're paid restitution? You're paid restitution for killing people, basically. The problem that a lot of people like our Cathy is having is that here she is in a place that she's hoping to make a difference, and she's seeing pedophilia everywhere. And trust me, she's not the only one that's talking about it. A lot of YouTubers are talking about pedophilia in Africa is rampant. The others, they know that they can go in Africa and do that crap, right? They know that they can do that. But I think what's making her upset is the fact that it doesn't seem that the people are doing anything about it. And I saw another video where another diaspora was talking about just seeing these white men with these children who their fathers are okaying it because they need the money. So they're okaying, whether they know of what's going on or not, they're okaying for them to have these friendship with these men. I don't know if they realize what's going on, what these devils are doing. But it's rampant all over the place. There is skin bleaching, which is absolute skin bleaching. My God, how can you bleach away the most beautiful thing there is in the world? Your black skin is made from the gods. It contains all of the beautiful colors of the rainbow. And you have your dark, beautiful black skin to protect you, and so many other things that it does for you, some that we don't even know, that knowledge about ourselves that are being held from us. But you see skin bleaching going on, corruption all over the place. But what I think that a lot of black people going back to Africa will have to come to the realization and accept the fact that they're responsible for making the change, not by forcing people into it, but by educating people. Because we didn't come to the knowledge that we came to. We didn't wake up one morning and realize that we were beautiful. We didn't. It was a process, right? Thanks to people like Malcolm X, Honorable Marcus Garvey, people like John Henry Clark, Joy Degree, Moses Wilson, all these wonderful leaders that help us to get to the place where we are. And because of those people educating us, we're able to understand exactly what's going on in the world.
The point I'm making here, guys, is that we are so fortunate to be educated by so many of our wise and intelligent leaders. And whether we like it or not, it's our responsibility to pass that information along. What we have to keep in mind, though, is that you have to do that with kindness and patience. The last point that I would like to make is directed to Rene Marcus. You say that people are leaving the Americas and coming to Africa because they're running away from being treated like slaves. What you should know is that those individuals that are repatriating to Africa are doing that because they love Africa. We love Africa not for what it currently is, but despite that. We love Africa because we understand our history and we understand the greatness that Africa was and it can be in the future. Although I disagree with some of the things that Art Cathy says, I'm going to have to tell you, Renee, to have a seat.
You can never make it back in America because of your skin color, because you guys were slaves. If you don't watch your mouth, what's coming next is more. Leave right now before it's too late, because we will come for you.
Because it sounds as if you're trying to say that you have the ability to have somebody killed. You need to relax your emotions. If you think you have the ability to have somebody kicked out of the country, then really you should be using your pen and your petition to create changes. If you feel that you have that sort of power, why are you not using it to benefit the country? It's one thing to know that you're being treated like a slave and to fight back and or to remove yourself from the situation. It's another thing to not even realize that you're being treated like a slave and to love your slave master and to think that because the slave master allow you to enter their country, that they're doing you a favor, when in fact all they're trying to do is brain drain your country. I think we all just need to take a deep breath, get ourselves educated in regards to what the issues are, and work together. Thank you all for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, peace and love.